Greetings, I'm Demonac, and it's arena time. Alright, I got a loss there. Not totally thrilled about that. But, I still feel like this deck is pretty strong, even though the Shrinkmeisters are a little excessive. Like, first off, I've screwed them up sometimes, which is just idiotic on my part. But I don't have a lot of things that support them. So what happens is, if I have a minion out there that can attack, and there are enemy minions that I want to kill with it, the Shrinkmeister will probably help a lot. But there are a lot of circumstances where they're not that, where I have just the Shrinkmeister or whatever, and without all those other cards that combo with it, it's a little bit harder to make it work right. Nevertheless, I still think they're a strong addition to the deck. I do think I'm better off with 3 of them than like the 7 or whatever I could have had. Got lots of Dark Acolytes. Holy Nova would be... It'd be nice to have more Holy Novas. It'd be nice not to have it in my starting hand, but since I mentioned it, I'm definitely going to have a Holy Nova in my starting hand, and I'm going to throw it away, and it's going to mulligan right back. Step 1. Get rid of expensive things. Step 2. Holy Nova comes back. Probably on the first turn. But anyway, I did get one more cheap thing I can cast, so that's pretty good. I mean, I've got a lot of sort of rough and tumble fighting guys here, plus the light well, which is not... It's kind of the opposite of rough and tumble, but we've seen that it can cause sort of obnoxious problems for my opponent. Does he have a first turn play? Is my microphone working properly this time? I'm going to hope so. Thinking really hard about his 1 mana. Yeah. So I am not coining out a light well. That seems kind of silly. I can coin out this guy next turn, and he's pretty rough. He should do okay against this totem. So yes, let's coin out
The damned stand ready.
the damned. It's hard for me to restrain myself. When I'm sitting here talking to you, it's hard for me to restrain myself from repeating what I always say about how I really like these guys. He is quite optimal. This is not optimal. I'm going to lose his death battle. Boo. I could have put her out, but there are so many things that could go wrong with her, I figured it was worth a shot. Okay, well, it's her turn now. See if she lasts long enough to get this thing. She's a prime victim for Earthshock. It's going to be sad. They can't resist Earthshocking her because, like, it blows up, it silences her bubble, and then kills her. It's hilarious! If there's no taunt out there, I can at least take out this Flame Tongue Totem without losing my bubble, and that'll be pretty decent. So that's what we're going to do. And we even have this guy to get in the way and be generally annoying. A 3-1 bubble and a 1-7 to protect her. It's a fairly efficient allocation of stats, I would say. Oh, with the Flame Tongues. They're so strong, like, anyway, but they're extra strong in the arena, obviously. Is she going to be able to kill it, or does he have a plan to deal with her, too? Oh, he's going to plan to have a lot of guys. I've got 2 6s here. They're not going to work out quite right. Yeah. I want to kill this. I think that's still the obvious thing to do. It'd be nice to kill one of the other ones, but that has to go. Then I could Thought Steal, or I can play this guy and the Lightwell. I'm thinking I'd go with that. Sure, my opponent can kill the Lightwell. My opponent can kill lots of things, but it's going to take some degree of effort. It is mostly pointless putting out the Lightwell. It's not really going to do me any good here. It just kind of gives my opponent that extra choice of what to kill, because I'm not hurt for it to heal, and none of these guys are going to be left with a hit point. If he wants to kill this, he's going to use her. Bubble. This will go down to a 2-1, then you can kill it with that, or something, but... Oh my god, the Flame Tongues! It's insane! Well, at least that thing ate a hit for me, but, like, that is getting ridiculous. Yeah, and there's a problem for me thought stealing. That's no good. Oh, you're gonna make it respawn. I can't even get rid of it as easily. Oh, god damn. Gonna heal her back up and give her taunt. That's pretty obnoxious. Now I've got problems. Particularly since if I thought steal, I'm gonna... Well, I did want to do something with her, but I'm thinking now I might want to put out the Cult Master, draw a card from this guy. I think his ass kicked, but get the one card out of him, or am I better off just having this 6/6? The thing is, the +3 health from this doesn't save any of them. I could Frost Elemental that. That might actually be better. Still gotta use both of these guys to kill that, leaving this thing alive, and it's got Death Rattle. Although this person has blown their entire hand, so it's not as horrible as it could be. I think I'm gonna do this. I don't like it much, but...
Join or die.
Just give me a little bit of force out there, and she can't just counterattack and kill it. I know what you can do. You can Earthshock her. It'll silence the freezing. She'll be ready to go. Death Rattle Totem.
It's clobbering.
That's a fair amount of stuff. We're both at full health, though. I just have to win the efficiency war right now. My opponent is getting totems, and they're pretty efficient. Going directly for the damage strikes me as a little weird, but okay. Again, I could put this guy out. I could draw a card for losing this. If I kill this, it's going to come back. So I'm not going to be rid of it fast enough. Killing all the other stuff isn't going to work out right either, though. Man. I could turn this into a 5/8, which is pretty steep, but as long with the Flame Tongue Totem out there, it's not going to last that long. On the other hand, it would be a 5/8, and I would also have a 6/6. I think killing the Flame Tongue is still worth it, even though it's going to take both my attacks. It's just a question of what else I'm doing. If I'm killing it, I'm not going to use him, because he's going to die. So I think we're going to go bam. Let me target it, you piece of junk. I think I'm going to go with this way. Let me draw a card. It's going to be too late in the turn to use the card, but this gives me a fair amount of junk on the table. Cards are good. That guy might come in handy. I still have two fairly big guys out here. I have a lot of targets for him to attack the wrong target. And I have a lot more cards in my hand than my opponent, especially since this is 2 cards, and this is probably 2 cards. Like a 4/2, and which is pretty junky, but a 4/2 and another card. So I'd be really unimpressed if I can somehow lose the game from this current board state. He had a lot of Flame Tongue Totems, and they are strong, but my deck should have enough like efficient crud to get me through it. Okay, here's a bubble. Got to kill her now, because otherwise she can kill that. Yep. Ogre straight on target. Lame. Would have been really nice if he'd hit one of these guys, I think. Wind Fury, that... The Ogre can attack again. Ah. Interesting. Okay. 2 Shrinkmeisters. Possibly excessive. So I'm going to want to shrink this and kill it. I could double shrink this and kill it without taking damage. Actually, that's probably pretty good. I think I'll use this guy to kill that. So, yeah. Again, I just have to win the efficiency war here. And I guess instead of killing him, I can kill him, because he is technically more dangerous as long as I don't cast a spell.
Your turn to bleed.
Down to, bring my guy down to 2 hit points, and I can heal him back up to 4. Means I'm not casting this other stuff. Whereas if I killed him, I could have cast the Thought Steal, and maybe that would have been better. But I just have to grind it out. My army is already significantly larger than his, if you add up our stats. If he has an AoE to kill these guys, that would be pretty rough, because then he can take these out too, but he'll have, like, nothing left at that point. Even with a Lightning Storm, it would probably take both of these guys. The Bloodlust is really bad. Am I dead? Am I actually dead? It is so close. Wow. I might not win this one. That's a good thing to draw, though. Like, holy crap. So we're definitely playing her.
Truth is my shield.
Stupid friggin' Bloodlust, holy crap. Now I got her protected, I can let these guys go lower in health, I guess.
Let's get physical. Get physical.
Obviously, healing myself takes priority now. Much more important than Thought Stealing. I have all the stuff. I just need to not get, like, Lava Bursted or something. That's not a Lava Burst, although now I'm vulnerable to charge. Find my lack of taunt disturbing. Let's see if we can get something crazy and helpful. Bloodlust would be awesome. No, Frostshock. Okay. Stormforged Axe, I can use that to damage my opponent faster, but I don't think it's a priority. Although I'm probably going to play it this turn because I don't have the mana otherwise. I could draw cards from killing with these guys and have him out. Actually, having him out is pretty good.
I must consider.
Join or die.
I think I'm going to do that.
Get physical.
Shadow Boxer, not this turn, because I need to heal myself more. I need to get out of Lava Burst range, and that's going to take some doing. But,
Let's get physical.
I can't leave things alive. I just don't have enough health.
Justice shall prevail. That will be attack.
Your turn to bleed.
Crackle, I could be wiped out by a Crackle. Lightning Bolts, like, it doesn't take much. It's going to take more than that, though. So I think I want to play this guy so that I can get advantage when I'm healing myself. I'm just going to kill these dudes. So if I'm going to kill these guys, I've got to kill everything. So I'm going to kill him. I will do it first before I heal, because then my healing might take out that other guy. Healing is still #1 priority. I have an army. My army will win eventually against it, as long as I don't die somehow.
Who's left? Get physical.
Your turn to bleed.
Frostshock does damage enemy heroes, and it freezes him, which means he can't whip out a weapon on me. I mean, at this point, there's no weapon he could get that would do enough, so I guess that's not an issue.
Quickly. Fight on fight.
I have a full army. You need to do 7 damage, which is going to be harder to do with 1 card. Lucky Ragnaros? Some lucky Ragnaros.
You win this one.
Yeah. That stupid Bloodlust, like, he almost won. Despite my massive card advantage everywhere, but a lot of Flame Tongues, and in the early game that was strong. Whew. Yeah, well, that was a crazy-ass game. Let's have it be a little bit less exciting, please. I'd just like to win. Winning would be fine. I guess it was 3 Flame Tongue Totems plus the other card to revive one. I don't think he had actually 4. That I saw. He might have had more.
Anduin!
He didn't have Flame Tongues tonguing each other at any point, but he could have.
The light shall bring victory.
If I wasn't keeping him under control, it might have happened. Wow. I guess I'm keeping the light spawn because my hand could get worse. I have a fair amount of cheap things in here. Now, we're going to pitch that. I've got lots of guys that are cheaper. My odds of getting 2-cost stuff are better if I pitch all the cards. If it was like an actual Yeti or something less fragile and weird than the Light Elemental, then I might have been tempted to... I'm supposed to play the North Star Cleric. I'm so not used to having first turn plays. I tend not to favor them. Unfortunately, it means this guy's toast. If I had the North Star Cleric out, I'd be in a better position, because one of them would probably survive, and my opponent would have to choose which to kill, but no, let's Flame Cannon. Ooh. Yeah, not playing the North Star Cleric. Will it lose me the game? Let's find out. So one spell would get this big enough to finish him with this. The spell would probably actually end up doing more to him, but... What do you have? His mirror image would be pretty annoying, because it would only cost 1 and she'd still be able to do this. By saving the North Star, I am more likely to draw cards from it, but I don't like not playing it first turn there. Oh, the coin, really? Yeah. Healing this guy's not going to do much good, either. Holy Nova, that'll come in handy at some point, but not right now. I guess I'm just going to draw a card from healing this guy, or I could put out the Harvest Golem, but it mostly gets his ass kicked. Again, I kill that, and this guy's down so low, I'm going to want to heal him anyway. Like, I'm not getting another guy. And I'm just... If he's going to get shot for 2 anyway, I might as well actually heal him, get the value of the healing, and also the value of drawing a card. So it can kill the crap out of him. It does make her bigger. A secret. Interesting. Not much I can do about that right now. It's not going to work out very well. I think the... Like, I mean, I could shrink it, but I hit her and then she gets frozen, and then, yeah, I could heal her, but, yeah, it's all kind of dubious. Let's play the Shrinkmeister and see what happens. Now, am I... I think I just showed it to my opponent. It's not that... I'm trying to decide. This guy, I don't want him getting duplicated, is the problem. I think I am going to go with the stupid Shrinkmeister play, even though it's not great. I'm going to get her frozen, even though it's silly. She's not too likely to die. That brings it in range that this guy can kill it. It's probably just... There's probably a duplicate in practice. But I did not want to give up my opponent a free piloted Shredder that would attack before mine.
You gotta be kidding me!
Oh, that's a big dude. Is it better to duplicate this or him? He is huge. I will be in trouble if I duplicate him, I think. Because I can just Shadow Word Death him. And I can still play this. I think I gotta kill this thing.
Let's get physical!
Even though it's so much easier to cast them, and it's gonna cause me trouble. But this guy's just too big. They're gonna keep coming if I do that. Yeah. No, let's get rid of him. Another guy. Damage. I didn't heal her, but that means I might get it for free when I Holy Nova, if that happens to be a play that makes sense. Well, that's no good. Certainly didn't want to duplicate that. So I've got that to combo with the Holy Nova. That's a 10-mana combo. I could just play it and draw a card, but I could also play this guy and draw cards from trading things to kill that guy. My life total is lower. My opponent's going to be in Flame Strike range, so I don't really want to just go all playing stuff and then not kill him. I think killing him makes more sense. So let's play him and just get a bunch of cards from killing him.
Join or die. Or both.
Do this one first. And then this.
My fate is sealed.
Hurts a little bit. Don't go on him, don't go on him. Nice. No, wait, I was looking at the wrong effect.
On your path.
Okay, it did go on him. I thought it did for some reason. Play another one on him. We'll just do this.
Right away.
It's fine. Might be just Flame Strike and then hit that, but then he would survive, so that would be pretty silly. You trade him and then Flame Strike, and then it's not as worth the Flame Strike, so. Especially since she would survive. So yeah, actually not a bad position vis-a-vis enemy Flame Strikes. Now that's no good. My opponent has a ton of fat stuff. It's going to be really hard. If that's like their whole deck is just fat, 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 I'm going to have a hard time. I think we're going to just start doing damage to the player. We're going to play this guy and draw a card, I think. Because I can still play her if I don't get something better. Yeah.
My
And
fate
yeah,
is
let's just
sealed.
start delivering these.
Right away. For the crusade!
So their Flame Strikes are right. The Flame Strike is going to be rough. It's probably coming now. She might want to save it till next turn so she can Flame Strike and shoot, but I doubt it. She could shoot off the bubble, kill something, kill her with... Killing her seems pretty unappealing. I mean, yes, she does survive a Flame Strike by 1 hit point, but she's not the problem here. Although eventually I'm going to draw a card from her. It will happen. Hit me for 7 in Flame Strike. It's still a solid play. It's just not ideal from the mage's point of view. I have some hedges against it, because this bonus is going to go to someone. And if you don't break the bubble, then she's going to live. And this will live. No, you're shooting things instead. And if you're shooting that, that means you don't have a Flame Strike in your hand. So that's good. Because otherwise you'd be shooting this or something.
Someday I'll be just like you!
There's a bunch of stuff. Holy Nova would kill that. Could potentially make it work okay. I think this is probably a good time to Holy Nova. So what we're going to do... to
Join or die.
hit that. And if we hit it with this, one of my other guys will get the buff.
My fate is sealed.
Then this guy does 4 damage and doesn't die against the water elemental. So he'll be frozen, but it's not the end of the world. And that's another card that I'm going to draw from this. Oh. So that's okay.
Right away.
Hit you for 1. And I'm going to play this guy. Seems like a good time. I always have a hard time figuring out when to play these guys because he's fragile for 4 mana. He comes out and dies. Now, he's a kind of fragile that shouldn't bother me so much, but he still bothers me that he's fragile. At least putting him out was another hedge against area like mass destruction and stuff. Oh, I forgot that my Holy Nova did 3 damage. I was not even taking that into account. I probably could have... I don't think I could have divided that up too much better, but it's kind of hilarious that I did not even think about that. So I can hit her for 8. I certainly can't kill her. I just don't have that kind of stuff. This guy only destroys 2 or less power, so that's not going to work. If I put this out, that will probably suicide to freeze it and won't be able to attack. That's not the end of the world, but I might be better off doing doing the other stuff. I'll have more things. On the other hand, I already have a lot of things, and this guy would give me some of that. Like, he's a large thing. He's not as prone to dying against area stuff, and the water elemental might suicide against him. So I am going to back all out.
Right away.
And I could play the Puddle Stomper. It might help me finish her next turn, and that would be good. She's going to have 10 mana. What are the chances? She's not actually going to do 17 damage in one turn. Mages don't have the right kind of combos for that. It would be pretty darn hard. So I am going to put him out. I'm very tempted to heal myself just because I don't want to somehow die, but I don't think there's any significant likelihood of me dying from that. Kill that, and then AoE. Although that you wanted to freeze him so he didn't kill you. A Frost Nova would be strong? Okay, no Frost Nova, I win. Yay! With that 3 mana left for a second, there was like, oh, she's gonna Frost Nova, then next turn she's got the Cobra to kill my big guy. You have to shoot off the bubble. All kinds of bad stuff. But no, that went about the way I would have wanted it to go. It went well. They just took her down priest style. And that earlier game was a little dicey, but I maintained massive card advantage the whole time. It's just the Bloodlust almost sank me. But we'll see how interesting it can get next time. If you enjoyed this, please activate the like button and check out Tales from My D&D Campaign on youtube.com/Demonac.